All right, we are joined now by Rachel Wagner from rachelsreviews.net and the Hallmarkies podcast. And we're like, if we're going to talk about Christmas movies, we need an expert, and Rachel's the expert. So, Rachel, what are the Christmas movies coming out this week? We had a million things to watch, so we didn't get to any Christmas movies, so we're relying on you.
Well, this last weekend, the highlight, I think, from Hallmark was a little movie called The Christmas with the Sings, and that's Singhs.
Okay, so a family from like India or Pakistan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a movie about a newly engaged couple, so that's a little bit different for Hallmark. And
yeah, that sounds way outside their wheelhouse. How dare they?
And them getting to meet the parents, basically. And
do the Sings sing?
They do not sing, but there is actually a dance sequence that's fun, and I felt like it was
like
pretty
a Bollywood type dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got to have that.
Yeah, and I felt like it was pretty authentic and funny, and I think if you don't normally like the typical formula from Hallmark, this one might win you over.
Okay,
Cool.
so that one's called
Christmas with the Sings,
and it's a Hallmark one.
Yes.
Okay. Now, there was one on Netflix that we didn't get to. What did you think of Chad Michael Murray, mostly in the buff?
So, The Merry Gentleman, and this is not like a great movie. This is a very silly movie, but like I had enough fun with it. I mean, these movies are usually so chaste that like it felt kind of refreshing to have one with a little spice. Yeah, a little spice, not much, but a little.
So the full Santee, is that what this is?
It's basically Magic Mike Christmas edition, but not that spicy. But yeah, so Britt Robertson, she's trying to help.
I like her.
Yeah.
I do like her.
Yeah, and she's trying to help her parents, and who own this bar, and so she finagles Chad Michael Murray, who's like the handyman, and the hot handyman, to be a part of this Christmas review, gentleman's review, that's going to save.
Now it's still this isn't
Christmas.
like rated TVMA, right?
No,
Okay.
it's not even. I mean, I'm just compared to Hallmark, it's spicier.
Okay.
But it's
Netflix says we're going to counter-program the Hallmark and
Yeah.
Great American Family chaste stuff.
Right,
Let's
yeah.
have a little fun. Chad
He
Michael
takes his
Murray
shirt
pops
off.
the
Come
shirt
on.
off.
yeah.
Big deal.
And you got gorgeous Britt Robertson. So, okay.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
How do you, like, when you rate them, what do you give them a grade? Do you give them like a Santa ornament kind of a thing?
Yeah, on the podcast we give them 1 out of 5 stars or crowns.
Crowns.
Crowns,
Oh,
5
because
crowns.
Hallmark is
Yeah.
what they got it. Okay.
Clever.
Yeah.
So
That's
which of those two was the higher crown rating?
Sings.
Sings.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, not a lot of people may know this, but if they go to rachelsreviews.net, they'll notice it's not just movie reviews on there, correct?
Yes. I have a whole other site, rachelsreviewstheater.com, and where I cover lots of local theater.
If you follow Rachel on social media, there's not a day that goes by that you don't see a couple of selfies at a play or at a movie
Yeah,
to where
I don't
you're
know
thinking,
how.
like, how do you get to all of these things?
Almost every day I go to something.
That's great. Okay, so as a theater critic, we had Wicked go from the theater to the big screen. This
Yes.
intersects your two critic loves, your two critic strengths. What did you think of Wicked?
I really enjoyed it. I've seen it twice now, and I really loved the chemistry between Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. I love friendship stories. That's a favorite of mine. I thought that the songs were really well done. Everybody could sing well. For the most part, which isn't always the case in musicals.
That's true. Michelle Yeoh was a little bit on the edge.
A little. But for the most part, it was really solid singing and dancing. And, yeah, I mean, there's little nitpicks I could make, but overall I was really entertained by it.
How many crowns would you give?
I would give it at least 4 crowns.
4 out of 5 crowns?
Yeah,
Okay.
at least.
All right, rachelsreviews.net. You can check out the Hallmarkies podcast anywhere you get podcasts. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
yeah. And on YouTube.
And on YouTube also. Okay, Rachel, we look forward to having you next week, day after Thanksgiving, where this is when the flood will continue, I'm assuming. So we're trusting you to help us stay up with the Christmas movies.
All right, great. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Ray.